Here's a question nobody asks. Why do some people earn $80,000 a year, for example, and feel constantly broke, while others making half that sleep like babies every night? The answer is an income. It's a specific number, and it's smaller than you think. $10,000. That's it, not a million. Not even six figures, just $10,000. Sitting quietly in a bank account is enough to rewire how your brain processes every single decision you make. I'm going to break down exactly why. And most of what I'm about to tell you, your financial advisor has probably never mentioned. First, let's talk about what life looks like before it. Every grocery run is a mental math exam. Every dinner invitation from friends becomes a performance, convincing people you're not really feeling it tonight, when the truth is a $30 meal would break your budget for the week. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's cognitively exhausting. Psychologists call it decision fatigue, and people living paycheck to paycheck experience it on steroids. You're making dozens of microcalculations every single day. Generic cereal or name brand. Park in the lot or risk a ticket to save $4. Each tiny decision drains mental energy you could be using to actually build something. Here's what nobody tells you: that mental exhaustion is keeping you poor, not your salary, not the economy. The constant cognitive drain of financial survival leaves almost nothing in the tank for strategic thinking. So what actually happens at $10,000? The decisions don't disappear, but they change category. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Do I actually want this?" That sounds like a minor upgrade. It isn't. It's the difference between playing defense with your own life and finally going on offense. There's real neuroscience here. Financial insecurity spikes cortisol, so your body's primary stress hormone. Elevated cortisol doesn't just make you anxious, it literally impairs the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for long-term planning and rational decision-making. You are biologically worse at managing money when you're stressed about money. It's a cruel loop. $10,000 breaks the loop. But here's the part that genuinely surprises people. Most people who hit this milestone don't spend it, not on emergencies, not on rewards, not on anything. The power of $10,000 isn't in the spending, it's in the knowing. One person told me that the first time she walked into a grocery store after hitting this number, she nearly cried, not because she went wild and bought lobster, because for the first time in years, she could focus on what she wanted instead of what she could afford. That distinction had been missing from her life so long she forgot it existed. That's what financial breathing room actually feels like. Now let's get tactical, because $10,000 covers more ground than people realize. Car breakdown? The average repair runs $500 to $3,000. Handled. Urgent medical visit? Covered. Job loss? Arguably the scariest financial event most people face. $10,000 buys you 3 to 6 months of runway. Enough time to be selective about your next move instead of panicking into the first offer that appears. But protection is only half the story. The other half is opportunity. When you have a financial cushion, a $2,000 certification that could increase your salary by $10,000 becomes an obvious investment instead of an impossible fantasy. A side business with $500 in startup costs becomes viable. A networking event, a conference, a calculated risk. These are all available to you now. They weren't before. Broke people can't afford to take the chances that change their trajectory. That's not a moral failure, it's just math. The real transformation isn't financial, it's identity. People who successfully build savings don't treat it like a crash diet / everything, suffer for 90 days, then collapse back into old habits. They become a different type of person, someone who pays themselves first. Someone who sees money as a tool that multiplies options, not just a resource that disappears every month. And here's the momentum effect nobody talks about. Saving your first $1,000 is genuinely hard. Your second is easier. By $5,000, the habit is almost automatic. The skill you're actually building isn't budgeting, it's identity. The gap between someone with $10,000 saved and someone with zero isn't about wealth. It's about how they walk into a room, how they negotiate, whether they stay in a bad job because they're desperate or leave because they have options. Financial security doesn't make you reckless. It makes you free enough to think clearly. And clear thinking, more than any salary or windfall, is what actually builds wealth. Start with $25 a month if that's all you have. The number matters less than the identity you're building around it. If you're at this point of the video, that means it had a value to you. So don't forget to subscribe for more hidden finance rules. See you in the next video.